Welcome to Supply Chain Partners TV and podcast, where we discuss innovative services and strategies delivered by our members at Supply Chain Partners. Our members can help you to build a high-performing business and supply chain. I'm Dr. Sharyn Grant, and I've worked within the logistics and supply chain management field for over 20 years, and I specialise in strategic supply chain performance management. Let's now introduce you to our member. With us today is Craig Griffin, the business partner at C&C Express Refrigerated Transport. C&C Express is a family-owned Australian transport company that specialises in refrigerated transport for the chilled and frozen goods sector. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you, Sharyn. Thank you for having us.
Today's episode is about supply chain responsiveness in food cold chains. C&C Express Refrigerated Transport has built a solid reputation for being one of the go-to guys for chilled and frozen goods interstate transport. Craig, what types of chilled and frozen goods does your company transport? And could you please describe the cold chain sector that you serve?
Yes, Sharyn, our company, we specialise in frozen foods such as fast food, frozen meals, produce, that sort of sector. So we've been supplying our customers for the last 14 years now, and the company's growing every day. We're getting phone calls every day that people want their frozen goods and chilled goods moved all around Australia. Our company, we solely do interstate transport, and we work in with our customers. We pick up out of manufacturers that we carry. They go into DCs, like places like your Coles, your Woolworths, your Aldis, places like that. A lot of our stock goes into frozen and chilled cold stores all around Australia, and then they get distributed from there through smaller trucks. All our equipment is semi-trailers. They're 34 to 22 pallet trailers. As a lot of people know, we can't get the bigger trucks into direct customers. That's where we put most of our product into.
Great, thank you for that. Now let's talk about some key supply chain challenges experienced by the food cold chain industry. What would be some of the biggest issues that grocery retail supply chains are experiencing daily regarding chilled and frozen goods?
At the moment, a lot of our customers and a lot of cold chain out in the industry at the moment is experienced. There's a lot of people selling equipment. Fuel prices are a big problem at the moment, where we've got to pass a fuel levy on to our customers. This supply chain with equipment and people to do the job at the moment is a big problem. We don't have problems doing that at the moment, which we're very fortunate. We've got a very good team at C&C Express. We just get the job done with our customer. There's daily challenges where we get held up at DCs. There's daily challenges where manufacturer hasn't got stock ready. With our customers, we work in. So if we've got time slots and they haven't got stock ready, we just change the time slots. We work in with our customers. So whatever our customer needs, C&C Express delivers.
Great, thanks for that, Craig. Now, I've recently read that the entire food cold chain has been impacted by food waste. Could you please explain how C&C Express Refrigerated Transport helps its clients to prevent food waste?
Yes, food waste is a big problem. What we experience with food waste is damaged boxes, damaged produce, damaged packaged meals. What we do to try and prevent wastage, our team, they're educated to, when they're loading the trailers, they've got to work in with the loaders where we're loading at, whether it's a manufacturer, a DC, or a cold food chain that we deal with. If there's any damaged stock or any problem with the stock, we must report it. That gets reported back to C&C, and then we report it back to our customer, and we try and get that stock off the truck before it gets delivered to the customer. That's a big thing that we pride ourselves on wastage in the sector. So we try and prevent it before it gets to the customer if there's a problem. All our equipment is late model equipment, state-of-the-art technology on the trailers. All our equipment is under 5 years old. We have a system that we got in play with the trailers. It's called the CoolTrax system, which is the trailer's GPSed. So if a customer rings up and they want to know where their stock is 24/7, they can contact us and we can give them a drop point or a temperature check. We can change temperatures while their stock's in transit by remotely, either on our mobile phones or on our computers. We constantly do temperature checks when their stock's in transit to see if the temperature's at the right setting and everything's fine inside the trailers. The CoolTrax system is a very good system that works with our customers and they love it.
Excellent. Thanks, Craig. Now let's discuss some real-life client examples. If we were to define supply chain responsiveness, we know that it's about the ability of the supply chain to respond to customer requests and also changes in the marketplace within an appropriate time frame. You mentioned that a key goal of C&C Express is to act swiftly to the needs of its customers and to help its clients to prevent supply chain issues regarding food availability, food loss, and food waste. Craig, could you please provide a couple of examples regarding how you have helped your clients with supply chain responsiveness?
Yeah, Sharyn, with supply chain responsiveness, we get time slots where we pick the product up from the customer. Sometimes the product's not ready, so we've got to change time slots. At all times, we constantly corresponding with the customer to see if we can help them in any way when there is a manufacturing problem, or we'll just leave a truck there on standby so they can load the truck accordingly when they got stock ready. And then when the truck's loaded, we can transit the manufacturer and get their stock as quickly as we can to a DC or a cold chain where it's going. So we're just constantly in contact with the customer and working in with the customer. That's the key goal at C&C. It's about communication in the transport sector. We find a lot of people that fail in the transport sector, no communication. Communication is a big goal. That's what we pride ourselves on. And like I say, wastage, cleanliness of the trailers for when we take our equipment to a manufacturer or wherever we're loading, all our trailers and equipment are sanitised daily, and cleanliness is a big thing through cross-contamination and things like that. So we pride ourselves on that. Just a small example about helping the customers, getting their product there as efficiently as we can and communicating. That's a big thing because daily and even hourly, anything could change, Sharyn. You know, we could have a truck there ready to load and their manufacturing's, a little bit slow for some reason. It could be a failure in equipment or anything like that. But we just work in with them. We just communicate and work in with the customer. And I think that's what separates C&C Express from a lot of other companies. Like a lot of other companies would just say, no, I'll come back tomorrow and then we'll sort the problem out from there. But no, we'll just stay and we'll help them out the best way we can.
Great. Thank you, Craig. Now, what would be a key lesson you have learned that could help your clients?
A key lesson that we can help our clients is, like I say, communication's a big thing. It's a massive thing in the transport industry. If there's no communication, no one can help. You can't help anyone. When we do pick up a new client, communication skills are a big factor. That's probably the key point of this industry is communication and being flexible as well and understanding. That's another key factor. Our team at C&C Express, we educate them to think like this because our drivers are the face of the company when they leave our depot. They are educated to customers 100% right. That's key word.
Excellent. Thanks, Craig. Let's now talk about accreditations. So what are some of the accreditations that your company needs to transport chilled and frozen goods?
Our accreditations, all our drivers they're fatigue managed, which they run a 14-hour logbook. They can get further distance on travel. So that's one of our accreditations. Our second accreditation is mass management. So we can carry heavier weights for our clients. So that means we can carry more product for them. Legally. Then all our trucks are under a maintenance service program where they're maintained regularly. Another program we got our trailers under is called the Prime Safe program, which the trailer is inspected every year. We've got a small sticker on the back of the trailer. It's a Prime Safe sticker with an accreditation number saying the trailers meet industry standard to carry food. So that's our three major accreditations that we have. That's what we need to operate efficiently.
Thanks, Craig. You've mentioned that C&C Express are very flexible on how it supports its clients. Could you further elaborate on how C&C Express provides a flexible service?
Yeah, C&C Express supplied the flexible service. You're actually dealing with the owners of C&C Express. Our clients are actually dealing with the owners. You're not dealing with after-hours staff. You're not dealing with an operations manager. You're actually dealing with the owner. Our phones are on 24/7. Saturdays, Sundays, all day, all night. We elaborate to our customers if they need to have any information where their stock is or they want to do some changes, do not hesitate to ring. I think that's what separates C&C from the rest of the transport sector in the cold chain, I think, Sharyn.
Thanks, Craig. Now, if a client wanted to use your transport services, what are the next steps they should take?
Well, if a client wants to get in contact with us, we do have a website they can contact us on. The phone numbers are on the website, pretty easy to contact us through email. They can contact us through as well.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Craig, for joining us today from C&C Express Refrigerated Transport.
No, thank you, Sharyn, for your time.
Thanks, Craig. Well, C&C Express definitely provide excellent customer service. Well, that concludes today's episode on supply chain responsiveness and food cold chain with C&C Express Refrigerated Transport. You'll find all of their contact details listed below. So join us again at Supply Chain Partners TV and podcast, where we meet with experts from across Australia to discuss key business and supply chain topics, issues and trends, including logistics, supply chain management, technology and much more. Be sure to click the subscribe button to the Supply Chain Partners channel. We look forward to you joining us again in a future episode.